My biggest regret is just the stuff that I've caused the people around me and the people that care about me. And you feel guilty about it for a long time. I mean, I've stole from my parents, and stole from my brother, pretty much everybody in my family to buy drugs, stolen their drugs. And I still feel bad about it, even to this day. I've apologized, but from the time I woke up in the morning till the time I passed out at night, my #1 objective was to obtain drugs. A normal day for me, in the past was spending a lot of time on the phone, doing a lot of driving on like an empty gas tank. You get into a routine of the people you call and the places you go, and once you get stuck in that routine, it's hard to get out of. Like, I've basically had to cut ties with everyone that I grew up with. The first time I used, it was peer pressure more than anything. In high school, I grew up in a farm town, and everybody on the weekends we would get drunk and party. One thing led to another, and then people start showing up with different drugs, and everybody wants to try them. The first hard drug I tried was cocaine. Eventually I found what I became addicted to, which was pain pills. Word gets around that the medicine cabinet at home is usually the best place to find one. And sure enough, my mom had a prescription for hydrocodone that she got from a dentist. And the first time I used them, I just felt like I was at home. That's the only way I can explain it. I don't really think I knew it, that I was addicted to the drug until you go a day or two without it, and you're just as sick as you could possibly be. And then, something clicks in your head that that's what you need to feel better, and that's how it starts. For me, it was just like stomach cramps, not being able to sleep, being, as hot as you've ever been, but still shivering because you're cold. It's different and it's strange, but it's really uncomfortable. When I felt like I was addicted to pain pills, I actually tried to quit, on my own, and I couldn't. So I just tried to go cold turkey, and that's when the sickness kicks in, and that's when, every moment of your life is focused on getting more drugs. The first time I went to any kind of treatment center, it was in November of 2006. I had a son that was to be born in December, which was, so I kind of got a late start on it. I went to a place in Elizabethtown. I got kicked out of it for using drugs while I was there. And I came home, went right back into the same routine. 6 months later, I've got an infant that needs me, and just seeing him was kind of enough to get me started. In the end, you have to want it for yourself. Nothing's going to make you get sober, but that, was enough motivation for me. My fears and concerns with treatment in the beginning were, is my family going to be supportive? And in my case, I'm lucky that they are. They knew that something needed to change, and so did I, and we were all kind of on the same page with that. And then there's, of course, the financial part of it. But, it's different, trying to, I guess, hustle drugs, on the street than, getting them the right way and using them the right way, But, even in that case, my family helped me out with the financial part of it before, I had a job and all that good stuff. So my biggest surprise with probably, my first month or two in treatment was how normal it, really does make you feel physically. Like I said, you still have all of the emotional stuff that you have to deal with, but you're not, dope sick or whatever. You feel like you did before, basically, you really started using. Now that I'm in treatment, the biggest differences in my life are, I've been employed for 20 months straight, which has never happened, since, I don't think that's ever happened. That's the longest I've held a job. I have time, to spend with my family and with my son. And I have time to do things that I enjoy doing. I don't have to worry about where I'm going to get high the next time, or where I'm going to get the next $20 bill. It gives you freedom. Now that I'm sober, I feel like when I was using, I was digging my hole deeper every day and willingly stepping in it. Now that I've got a couple years sober, I feel like, there's a lot left for me to accomplish. There's a lot left that I want to do, that maybe I don't have the means to right now, but eventually I'll get there. To someone that's thinking about going to treatment, I would say that no one is below help. Everybody deserves a chance. At one point I felt like I didn't, to be honest with you. I felt like I was, past the line. There was no hope for me, but there really is. Stuff, resources are available to help you. Like I said, the doctors care about you and they really want you to get better. And, it can be done. It's not impossible. One thing, it would be that I know that it's scary and it seems, daunting and impossible, but you really can do it. It can be done. People do it every day, and you're never going to know unless you try.